What's up everyone, it's Sano, and today we're talking about Wingbit. Now you might be thinking, Wingbit, what's that? Well, stick around because it's about to change the way we think about aviation. In this guide we're gonna unbox this Wingbit antenna, get it set up, and I'm gonna show you how it works, how to optimize its performance, and most importantly, how you can earn rewards just by having this thing up and running. Yeah, you heard that right. We're diving deep into the world of ADS-B, aviation data, and how you can actually make a difference in the aviation ecosystem. Welcome to Wingbit. In this guide we'll walk you through how to set up your Wingbit antenna, optimize its performance, and earn rewards while contributing to a safer and more efficient aviation ecosystem. Alright, let's kick things off with the unboxing. First impressions, this packaging is clean. Inside the box you've got the Wingbit antenna itself. This thing's surprisingly compact. I was expecting something a lot bigger. You've also got your mounting hardware. Looks pretty standard, should be easy to install. And of course, you've got your power cables, gotta keep this thing juiced up. And last but not least, we've got the user manual. I know, nobody reads the manual, but trust me on this one, at least skim through it. It'll save you some headaches later on. Now, Wingbit has done a great job with this setup process. It's designed to be super user-friendly. You don't need to be a tech whiz or an aviation expert to get this thing up and running, but before we jump into the installation, let's talk about what this little guy actually does. The Wingbit antenna is basically like a super-powered radio receiver. It picks up these signals called ADS-B signals, which stands for Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast. It's how airplanes transmit their location, altitude, speed, all that good stuff. And the cool thing is, this data isn't just going into a black hole. It's actually being used to improve aviation safety and efficiency. Choosing the right location for your Wingbit antenna is absolutely crucial. This is not something you want to just stick in your basement and forget about. We're talking about maximizing signal reception here, people. Ideally, you want to mount this thing as high up as possible. Think rooftops, attics, maybe even a really tall treehouse if you're feeling adventurous. The higher you go, the fewer obstructions you'll have to deal with, things like trees, buildings, mountains, all that jazz. Now, when you're scouting out the perfect spot, keep in mind that the antenna needs a clear line of sight to the sky. Remember, it's picking up signals from airplanes, so the more sky it can see, the better. You also want to make sure the antenna is mounted securely. You don't want this thing taking a nosedive in the middle of a storm. Once you've found your ideal location, use the provided mounting hardware to get that antenna locked and loaded. And make sure it's oriented correctly. You'll find all the details on that in the user manual. Trust me, taking the time to find the best possible location will make a huge difference in the long run. Not only will you get better signal reception, but you'll also be contributing higher quality data to the Wingbit network, which is what it's all about. Alright, so you've got your Wingbit antenna mounted in the perfect location. Now it's time to connect it to the network and bring this thing to life. First things first, you're going to need to connect the antenna to a power source. Wingbit includes a power adapter, so you don't have to worry about any complicated wiring. Just plug it in and you're good to go. Once the antenna is powered on, you'll need to connect it to your Wingbit device, which is probably your phone or tablet. Now this is where the Wingbit app comes in. If you haven't already, download the app from the App Store or Google Play Store. It's free, and it's your control center for everything Wingbit. Once you've got the app installed, open it up and follow the on-screen instructions to connect your antenna. It's a pretty straightforward process, basically just pairing your device with the antenna using Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, depending on the antenna model. The app will walk you through it step by step. Now once the antenna is connected, it's going to start searching for available Wi-Fi networks. Choose your home Wi-Fi network, enter your password, and boom, you're connected. You'll know the connection is successful when you see the antenna status light turn green. And just like that, your Wingbit antenna is officially online and capturing ADS-B signals. From this point on, your antenna is going to be working 24/7, silently collecting data from aircraft flying overhead. It's like having a little air traffic control tower right in your backyard. Alright, so we've got the Wingbit antenna up and running, it's capturing data, we're contributing to the network, everything's looking good. But just like any piece of tech, we can always optimize for maximum performance. And in the world of Wingbit, that means squeezing out every last bit of signal strength and data accuracy. Now the good news is, the Wingbit app makes this super easy. It's got this whole performance monitoring section that gives you a real-time view of how your antenna is doing. You'll see things like signal strength, data quality, uptime, all that good stuff. The first thing you want to check is the signal strength. Now, obviously you want this to be as high as possible. If you're seeing low signal strength, it could be due to a number of factors. Maybe there's some new obstruction that's popped up, like a tree growing taller or a new building going up nearby, or maybe the antenna just needs a little adjustment. Remember how we talked about finding the perfect location? Yeah, this is where it pays off. If you need to tweak the antenna's position, even a few inches can make a big difference. Next up, you've got data quality. This basically tells you how accurate the data your antenna is capturing is. Now, Wingbit has set a pretty high bar for data quality, so don't be surprised if you see some fluctuations here and there. It's totally normal. But if you're consistently seeing low data quality, it could indicate a problem with the antenna itself, or maybe there's some interference from other electronic devices. The app will usually give you some troubleshooting tips if it detects any issues, so keep an eye out for those. And finally, we've got uptime. This one's pretty self-explanatory. It's just the percentage of time that your antenna is online and capturing data. You want to aim for as close to 100% uptime as possible. If your antenna is constantly going offline, it's not going to be contributing much data to the network, and that means you're leaving rewards on the table. Chapter 5, Reaping the Rewards. Now, for the part you've all been waiting for, let's talk about how you can actually earn rewards with Wingbit. Because here's the thing, not only are you contributing to a safer and more efficient aviation ecosystem just by having this antenna set up, but you're also getting rewarded for it. It's a win-win situation. So, how does it work? Basically, the more data your antenna contributes, the more rewards you earn. It's that simple. Wingbit has this whole reward system built into the app, and it's based on a few key factors. First and foremost, there's uptime, which we just talked about. The more consistently your antenna is online and feeding data to the network, the better your rewards are going to be. It's all about reliability here, people. Then there's signal quality. Remember how I said Wingbit has a high bar for data quality? Well, that's because they want to make sure that the data they're using to improve aviation is as accurate as possible. So the higher the quality of data your antenna is capturing, the more valuable it is to the network and the more rewards you're going to rake in. And finally, there's the overall contribution to the network. This basically takes into account the amount of data your antenna is capturing, the uniqueness of your location, and a few other factors. Basically, the more valuable your data is to the network, the more you're rewarded. It's like getting bonus points for going above and beyond. Now you're probably wondering what you can actually do with these rewards. Well, here's the cool part. You can redeem them for a bunch of different things directly through the Wingbit app. We're talking gift cards, discounts on travel, even cash back. It's like a little bonus for helping make aviation safer and more efficient. Chapter 6. The Bigger Picture: Wingbit's Positive Impact. Now before we wrap things up, I want to take a step back and talk about the bigger picture here. Because Wingbit is about more than just earning rewards. It's about being part of something bigger, something that's actually making a real difference in the world. We're talking about revolutionizing the aviation industry, people. Every single Wingbit antenna that's out there collecting data is contributing to a safer, more efficient, and more sustainable future for aviation. Think about it. The data that your antenna is capturing is being used to optimize flight routes, reduce fuel consumption, and minimize delays. That means fewer emissions, lower costs for airlines, and less time spent sitting on the tarmac waiting for takeoff. It's a win-win-win situation. But it goes beyond that. This data is also being used to improve air traffic control, enhance weather forecasting, and even aid in search and rescue operations. We're talking about potentially saving lives here, people. And the best part is, this is just the beginning. As more and more people join the Wingbit network, the more powerful this data becomes. We're talking about creating a real-time global map of air traffic that's more accurate and more comprehensive than anything that's ever existed before. Chapter 7. Join the Wingbit movement. So, what are you waiting for? Head over to the Wingbit website, order your antenna, and join the movement. Trust me, once you experience the satisfaction of contributing to something truly meaningful while earning rewards, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. This is more than just technology. It's about taking ownership of our skies and shaping the future of aviation together. See you in the skies. So, that's Wingbit. It's not just about setting up an antenna and collecting data, it's about being a part of something much larger. It's about contributing to a future where aviation is safer, more efficient, and more accessible for everyone. If you're as passionate about innovation and making a difference as I am, then Wingbit is definitely worth checking out. Wingbit is more than just technology. It's a movement to redefine aviation. Set up your antenna, maximize your rewards, and join us in shaping the skies of tomorrow.